the Pallet Christmas tree.
The trees that we did a video on a while ago, right?
Yeah, because we made a video on how to make the trees, and we wanted to make a couple more stars for trees around the house, because it's Christmas time, and we want to make some more stars because we just got a couple more trees.
That's right. And we're going to also make a couple more pallet trees for some friends of ours who really like that.
Yeah.
And we'll show you what that looks like, but right now we're going to focus on the star.
Mm-hmm. So we have this is for a compass, and you just put a pencil in and you put this. We already drew one. Ours are going to be 5 inches. So we put a dot in the center, and we traced the circle, and we drew the star, but I didn't draw this.
Yeah, I was helping with it. We drew a bunch. We hand drew stars, and nothing seemed to work out. So we ended up drawing this circle, and then we just picked a couple dots around it and kept putting lines in between them. That's probably why you see a bunch of these other ones here, until we found one that looked sort of like the star that we want.
Because here's one of our test products.
There's one. We have some up there. We have a bunch here that I erased.
Yeah, there's one tiny one, tiny one.
But this way seemed to be the best, where we had the circle and then just picked some dots in between and drew that. So what we're going to do is we're going to cut this here with the bandsaw over there, and then we're going to start cutting out our perimeter.
And we only made a 5-point star. We've never tried to make anything more than that because we're drawing this. We don't know how to draw. Well, I don't know how to draw inside the 5.
Yeah, so we could try. Maybe we'll try another one. But if we get this cut out and it looks right, we're just going to trace this and we'll make a couple more. Yeah. We'll cut a couple more stars out of this.
Maybe next day or so we could try a different one.
Yeah. But I think this will be a good size for the couple little trees in the house and for the couple of pallet trees that we're going to build. Okay, so we're going to cut this right now, and then we'll show you what that looks like real quick when it's done, so you don't have to watch us actually cutting it. We're just going to cut it over there on the bandsaw, and then we're going to make 2 more pallet trees. So we'll show you what that process looks like. We'll make that quick, and then we're going to nail it all together and do a quick paint job on it, and we'll show you what the final product looks like.
Okay, this is what the final product of the star was. We still have our lines on it, but it's okay because we're going to paint over it. And we're probably just going to trace a couple of these because we don't have to do a star, because we won't have to do a circle star. We just go like this. And that's it.
So we're going to take that and essentially turn it into this. We're going to get the saw. We're just going to cut all the edges off so that we don't have to deal with those nails. We're going to pop the center boards with the pallet buster. And that whole thing will end up breaking down into 2 pieces. The ends like that. You'll have a center piece that the nails will probably be out of, and then all your individual boards. We'll pull the nails out of the center of these, and then we're going to start cutting these down to make the trees. The 2 cuts for the wood are pretty easy. You can do a 45 up here, and then an opposite 45 down here. So I'll show you what that looks like. Blake was just helping me cut some of these. So we have our first 45 for the center of the tree. And then we're going to turn this to the other direction. Set it at 45. We're going to slide this straight across. Get our measurement from here to here. In this case, we're cutting the second set of branches, which is 14. I guess I should have said that. So what we did was, we did a 10-inch. So tip to tip was 10. Tip to tip, we're going to do 14. So 10, 14, 14. 2 at 17, and then 2 at 20, and then we'll just space those out, and that'll kind of give us our tiered tree. Also, you could use whatever wood you want. We're using different sizes. We had some of these smaller pieces that were trimmed down a little bit or ripped down a little bit, so we're going to use those for the top of the tree, and then we're going to use just the regular ones that came off the pallet. Now these are from a skinnier pallet, but these will be perfect for the base of the tree. If you want, you could use a fatter one, or if you made a taller tree, you could just use the wider boards. I think these are like 3.5 inches or so off of it. But that's what we're doing. So 10, 14, 14, 17, 17, 20, 20. Got our 45 here. We're going to do our 45 this way, and then we're going to be ready to nail it together. There's what it looks like after the cut. So it's going to go just like that, right on the tree. So top part, and then the bottom part would be flat. Again, you can make these branches whatever size you want. You can make them all staggered, all different, to make it look more like a real tree. I mean, I guess as much as a wooden tree is going to look like a real tree, but they don't have to be even. For the trunk of the tree, we just took one of the pieces of the pallet, the 2x that were in there, and we cut. This one had little notches for where the forklift would go through. We cut that off, cut this off, and then we just cut a little point in the end of it. This is 48 inches long. So a normal pallet is 40 by 48. So these run 48, so we just use a 48, and that's what's going to give us the height of the tree. And there's all the cut pieces. So one pallet got us 2 trees. These are double stacked. We got 2 of the centers and 2 of each branch. That literally was just all done out of a pallet, just like that one right there. Now we're going to go nail it all together. So we have the tree laid out, ready to nail and screw together. Got a little bit of brown stain. We had some leftover brown stain from something, put it on a rag and just kind of went over this back piece to kind of make it look like the bark of a tree. You can use brown paint, or you could do nothing with it. It doesn't really matter. And then we put all of our cut pieces, our branches, just laid out on there. We didn't measure anything. We just kind of eyed it up. And then once it's all nailed together, we'll probably get a little bit of green spray paint, just kind of dust it over to make it look a little bit like the green branches of a pine tree. So that's really it. This base here, we kind of lined up with the top of the point, so that way when this is in the ground, these 2 pieces are kind of just sitting on the ground to help balance it. And then we're going to put one of these pieces along the back to give it support front to back so it doesn't tilt over. So we're just going to nail this together. We're going to use a little framing gun, not a framing gun, a trim gun, and just nail it together. And then we'll probably put some screws in it, some wood screws, just to stiffen it up. And then again, we're going to spray it, and then we'll put the stars, or the star, up on top.
Here's the finished product, and we put a star on this tree and on this tree. And I hope you like this. See ya. Bye. Merry Christmas too.